It took me three seconds to cry after my pupils contracted for the first time in a room full of shadows. It took me 1 year to discover that the giants that fed me couldn't get what my noises meant. It then took me 2 years to feel worried. When the first meeting with my sister was delayed for 18 days, and all I heard was nurses saying, intensive care cannot deal with premature birth that well. It took me 3 years to lie for my own gain. It took me 4 years to start liking girls. It took me 5 to start getting friends. It took me 6 to tune into Radio AM. The stations on those frequencies had distorted voices listing the news, usually naming all the casualties from the previous noon. It took me 7 years to start playing with guns, threatening my toys that I would hang their mates from the bridge if my money didn't make it back by 11. Just like the photos in the newspapers. It took 9 years for the boys to teach me how to smoke. Carlos would get the ciggies from his dad, because he wouldn't notice. He would leave them in his car and come back home every day with a different one. My dad picked me up, my pappy picked me up when I was 10. For safety, he had made me memorize his blades. But the day the doors locked when I tried to pull the handle, I realized it was not him behind the wheel. And the next time, and only time we saw Papi again, was on the headlines. And Mommy's tears wouldn't let me go to school. Carlos' mom showed up to give us the makeup cash. And it was the first time I wished my toy gun was real. It took me 15 years to get my first job. Stealing boxes from trucks out of town. It took me 16 to realize I could snort all my savings with the lads who said they got my back. It took me 18 years to spare a drunk fight by shooting at the sky. It took me 2 more to save Jesus, my bro, by shooting a foe. Cause when my family had no beans to eat, and my mom was having earnings from the night shifts, half of which she would spend on cheap beer, Jesus gave me cash if my sister was sick. Because when I got fired from my job, he said, I got you, bro. Just let me know. You can get 10K if you take this bags up to that train. And your mind won't notice with what it's missing until the coins and the bills start missing. And if you owe your daily breath to selling cocaine, you will strike on the head every single person who wants to get in your way. For my mom, she could have died in the hands of waiting in the public healthcare system. And my sister, she would have failed for not learning shit on public school. So if people question why I chose this way, I'm glad that they were not in my place. Every windshield now reflects Carlos' dad on my face. For when the passengers say, Mercy, please, I've got family and friends, I shed a tear and whisper, saying,